Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Bears' 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will make it into the end zone. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 13 carries, 53 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On third down, Cousins brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, bring them to a field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 12 carries, 51 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now Dalton. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Santos able to pick this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over. Now a play fake here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Intercepted by the Vikings. Will take over first and 10 at the 20.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Cousins gives way to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talking about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Cook able to escape. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
On play action, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. 14. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here comes Cohen. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What they tried to do there, trying to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. On the return is Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Dalton with a quick throw out wide. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the 1st half as it's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Final play of the half. Cousins going to let it fly for Rudolph. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So a very tight first. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton here from the gun. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be caught. He takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Cook, spinning away.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here's Cousins. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And Harkey's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 8.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack. Credit that sack to Robert Quinn. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Vikings on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. This is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away.
He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They try again with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. And on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Dalton now to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Dalton. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. All right, here's Dalton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Vikings.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Open man is Thielen is complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Make it happen! Their own 25-yard line.
Dalton and the offense now. Down 27-24. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cohen, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Encroachment, defense.
So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case,